Dear SoundCloud, the copyright infringement issued against me is completely ridiculous, absolutely bogus, and you should be embarrassed by it. Now, to everyone else listening, welcome to the Currently On podcast. It is Wednesday, August the 12th, 2020. It is currently 2:37 p.m. Central Time, and I'm coming to you from Abilene, Texas, where the current temperature outside right now is 105 degrees. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know which is hotter, the temperature outside or my temper right now, because I'm burning up, I'm mad, I'm upset, I'm frustrated, I'm irritated, and it seems that SoundCloud could care less. They're not even bothering to try to help me. They're not even bothering to try to fix this situation. And it all stems from supposedly I violated some copyright law by simply giving you news about a new song coming out. I didn't play the song, didn't even play a clip from the song. I just talked about it, but I guess talking about music now is a copyright violation according to SoundCloud. And I want every podcaster, if you're thinking about putting your podcast on SoundCloud, I want you to know what happened. I'm going to give you all the details, and hopefully you're as frustrated by it as well. Because look, I'm a small podcaster, right? I'm a nobody, okay? I'm not supported by any major corporation. I don't have all kinds of money behind me. I'm a no one. And when you have a company like SoundCloud literally working against you and trying to hurt you, that's not right. It's not right. And people need to step up, speak up, and say, enough's enough. You can't just push people around because you have the power, you have the leverage, and we don't. It's not fair, it's not right, and I'm going to tell the whole world about it right here in this episode. And I hope you share this episode with everyone you know who produces videos, maybe I don't care what you produce, videos, podcasts. If you create content, well, you need to be able to get that content out to as many people as possible without companies creating situations that hurt you and that remove your content simply because of some bogus claim that you violated a copyright when you were nowhere near a copyright violation. That's just not right. We need a voice. Someone needs to speak up for us. And so I'm going to do what I can. I doubt anyone. Look. Who knows how many people's even going to hear this, but I'm going to speak up. Maybe I'm just going to be the crazy guy standing in the corner screaming into an empty room. And that's about as many people who hear it, me and the empty room. But you know what? I'm going to do what I can, and we'll see what happens. So let's start from the beginning. All right. The Currently On podcast. This podcast started it was kind of a challenge. It was kind of like a personal challenge, kind of like a dare. Hey, you've been doing podcasting for a long time. Why don't you create a podcast that deals with music, movies, books, podcasting, TV shows, just the different things you watch, the different things you listen to, turn on the microphone, talk about it, and hey, this time, monetize your podcast, because I've never monetized any of the other podcasts that I have done. No matter how much success, I've never monetized those. So I'm like, you know what? Let's give it a try. All right, let's give this a 6-month test. We'll try it for 6 months, see what kind of success I can have, and then I'll determine if I keep the podcast, if I get rid of it. I have some personal goals that I want to try to reach, and if I can reach those goals, maybe that'll be it. It just served as a personal challenge. So let's create the podcast. So I think it's about 19 days, 20 days ago, 21 days ago, the Currently On podcast was created. The focus was to talk about what's currently on. Music, movies, TV shows. I think you get the basic idea, right? Currently on. I think that makes sense. We're going to talk about what's currently on. Should be fun. I'll get to talk about things that I'm watching, I'm listening to, and we'll just see what happens. I really wasn't expecting much. I decided to create my podcast using Anchor because Anchor said that they would give you a sponsor immediately. We did that. That worked out great for like 6 days. And then we got an email from Anchor saying, hey, you already went beyond what our sponsorship will pay out. So we're going to have to find you another sponsor. So we're still waiting for that other sponsor. I didn't realize we would max out the amount of money we could make through the Anchor sponsorship in like 6 days, but we did. We've had some success. All right. I'm very grateful for the success we had. At one point, we were the number 2 trending podcast in the United States on Spotify. We are currently number 172, number 173 on the top podcast on Spotify. And I believe we're number 36, maybe 34, 37 on the top news podcast on Spotify. So we've had some big success relatively quick, and that's exciting. And hopefully at some point we'll get another sponsor, and maybe I can make a little money on this. And if I can, great. If I can't get a sponsor, then who knows how long the podcast goes. But here's what I do know. To have success, you got to get your podcast everywhere you can possibly get it, right? I mean, you've got to put it on every platform under the sun. So we had that initial success. Spotify has been the place where we've had the most success. Apple Podcasts, we're doing pretty good. We're on some of the charts, all for different countries other than the United States, but we've had some success. So it's been Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and then the Anchor platform where we've done pretty well. Okay, moderately successful. Okay, obviously there's podcasts that are much bigger out there. They've got they got sponsors, they got all kinds of people behind them. Yes, we're nowhere close to that, but we've done pretty good considering we've only been around for about 21 days. So I started working, going, okay, we're having some success, but we've got to get this podcast on every platform we can. And I have a SoundCloud page, which kind of serves as a catch-all for all of the podcasts I do. They all pull from, if the SoundCloud page pulls from all the RSS feeds from all my other podcasts. They get dumped there, and we can create some interest, some buzz. We can get some listens. Those listens go back to the original RSS feed, so it still helps us out. So it works out pretty good. That wasn't what the SoundCloud page was originally designed for, but that's what it's become, the catch-all for all of my other podcasts. Okay, great. Sounds good. Let's get it there as well. So we started putting the podcast here, start putting the podcast there, just putting it everywhere we could, trying to generate buzz, getting listeners, getting listens, getting streams, getting downloads. And, well, the numbers have been increasing, and slowly but surely, maybe we can get to becoming very successful. And then I can either decide to continue, or I can say, look what I did. Look what I did in a short amount of time. I did it. I know I can do it. Now let me go back and focus on my other podcasting endeavors. All right. So we will see. But I know this. You definitely, as a new podcast, as a small podcaster, I know this. What you don't need is companies working against you. I know that. I know what you need. You don't need these larger companies basically sabotaging you, working against you, and hurting you by removing your content simply because, well, they claim it's a copyright violation. So here's what happened. I believe it was August the 7th. We got news that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion was going to release a new song called WAP, right? We didn't know anything about the song at the time. The song had not been released. We got the news. And so I turned on the microphone and I told everyone about the song. Here is how that episode, I want you to hear what I said in that episode. I want you to hear what that episode sounded like. I want you to hear it for yourself, because after you hear it, you're going to you're going to be just scratching your head. You're going to be sitting there with a little bit of shock and dismay about what happened next. I posted the podcast episode, didn't think anything about it, and then everything got really crazy. Really crazy. And the reason I'm talking about it on this episode is because SoundCloud will not listen to me. They won't even try to help me out. Their help has been, it's embarrassing what they have done. This story is so crazy, but I want you to hear it for yourself, right? I'm sorry that I know I'm kind of I'm kind of poisoning your opinion. So I apologize for that. You listen and listen. And if you hear a copyright violation, then please let me know. All right. Please tell me where in copyright law I violated anything. All right. Because, yeah, you can tell me, but I want you to listen to this. Now, the music you're going to hear at the beginning is provided by Anchor. They give it, they have a library of music that you can utilize for your podcast. So the music at the beginning cannot be a copyright violation because my podcasting hosting platform, Anchor, allows me to use it. They provide it there for me to use in my episode. So that cannot be the violation. And even if you claim that was a violation, that would have to come through Anchor. It wouldn't have anything to do with Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and their song WAP. It wouldn't have anything to do with that, right? Because it has nothing to do with them. So you're going to hear music at the beginning. I'm going to introduce it. I want you to listen to this. It's 8 minutes long. And you tell me where the copyright violation took place. Are you ready? Here we go. Welcome, everyone, to a late night episode of the Currently On podcast. It is Monday, August the 3rd, 2020. It is currently 11:39 p.m. Central Time, and I'm standing here in front of this microphone. Okay, so it was August the 3rd, not August the 7th, August the 3rd, late at night, when I recorded the episode that you're listening to, all right? This is the one that's supposedly controversial. This is the one that supposedly, I violated some copyright law. So it was August the 3rd, all right? So therefore, we have a good timeline. August the 3rd, here we go. And I'm looking at Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. Yes, they're right here in front of me. Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B is right here in front of me, and they have some big news for you. Okay. Obviously, they're not actually standing here, but I am looking at them. And yes, I have some big news about Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. And I know if you listen to a lot of different people say Megan Thee Stallion's name, Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. I know different people say it different ways, but that's okay. All right. Here we are. It's a late night. It's Monday. Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B. Why did I turn on this microphone? Why am I recording this at such a late hour? Because I've got some important news. I got some breaking news. And whenever news breaks, if I can, I'm turning on this microphone to tell you about it. And I want to get you ready for this coming Friday, because this coming Friday, August the 7th, we're going to have new music from Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. And not music with them separate, but with music with them together. Yes, Megan Thee Stallion is going to do a collaboration with Cardi B, and it's going to be released this Friday, August the 7th, and you're hearing about it right here on the Currently On podcast. Now, I know it's all over social media right now. I know it's probably spreading. I know people are already excited, but I'm here to give you a little bit of information and get you prepared. And then obviously when the song drops, we'll probably talk about it. And of course, it will probably be added, most likely, to the Currently On Radar playlist, which is available on Spotify, keeping you up to date with all the latest, the music you need to hear, music from the past, music from the present, and trying to look for those hits in the future. And I think if we've got a song coming out with Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, I think we probably know it's going to be a pretty big hit. Here's what we do know right now. Hot Girl Summer continues. Megan Thee Stallion took to Instagram on Monday to reveal a scorching new collaboration with Cardi B is on the way. Now, when I first saw it, I'm like, wait, she reveals a scorching new collaboration with Cardi B. Where is it? And I couldn't find it. I'm like, wait, let me go back and read that again. Oh, okay, it's on the way. Now, the song is, I'll just spell it out for you. W-A-P. W-A-P is the name of the song. It will be arriving this Friday, August the 7th, and the announcement was accompanied by the song's cover art featuring Meg and Cardi and matching WAP gold hoops with their hair entangled together in a flowing curled bun. All right. And so I don't know. Let's see. This may be important to know. This all-female collab follows Meg's previous Savage remix featuring Beyonce in May. The song hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making the hot girl rapper's first ever topper on the chart, and the 7th for, obviously, Beyonce as a solo artist to go with the 4 she notched as part of the girl group Destiny's Child. Okay, we already know about all of that. And they go into a little bit of history. So, main thing we need to know is if the previous went to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, that I think there's a very good chance. I'll put it this way. We know it's going to be dominating all the streaming charts. We know it's going to be all over Spotify, all over Apple Music, all over Tidal. It's going to be all over Amazon Music. It's going to be everywhere. So just go ahead and get ready. Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, new song, WAP. I'm just going to say it that way. WAP. I know people will be like, say it. I'm just going to say WAP because then you'll know exactly what to look for. WAP will be arriving this Friday, August the 7th. And I'm going to try to use the cover art, if I can find it, for the cover for this podcast. So you can look, and that's going to be the cover for this single that will be released Friday, August the 7th. Are you excited? Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it's going to go #1? If you don't think it's going to go #1, let us know. You can always email us at newsif@yahoo.com. Now, email me at www. Email me on that thing called the internet. Yeah, okay. Yeah, email me at newsif@yahoo.com. Newsif@yahoo.com. Let me know what you think. Is this going to be a big hit? Is it going to be, could it come in here in August and kind of somehow end up being the song of the summer? Can it do that? Can it possibly pull that off? Or at least, will this change what people think the song of the summer is right now? How will this impact that? Does it even really matter? I mean, all it really matters is if they release it and you like it. It's all it really matters ultimately. But Friday, August the 7th, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, it's on its way. WAP. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if it's any good. I can make some predictions here. I mean, obviously it's going to be big on streaming. That's not a hard prediction to make. The Billboard, being #1 on Billboard, the Hot 100, it's definitely going to be in the top 5. I'm assuming, you've got a lot of Taylor right now to contend with. So that could be interesting. I'd have to look at the Hot 100 chart right now. I think Cardigan is #1. So yeah, songs move relatively quick. They get really big and then they kind of fade a little bit. Oh, we'll see. But there you have it. That's the big news. That's why I'm live. That's why I'm live. I'm recording. I'm used to doing live broadcast. So Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, WAP, Friday, August the 7th on your streaming service. It will be currently on. Let us know what you think. And as I always say at the end of every broadcast, if you hear that sound in the background, don't worry. That's just my dog. He's sleeping and he's snoring. And because he doesn't really care about Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, for some reason, he just isn't interested. He's more interested in sleep. But I always say this at the end of every broadcast. Life is crazy short. It will be over before you know it. In fact, you don't even know when it's going to be over. So get out there and enjoy life. Enjoy the small things. Do less complaining about things. Do less griping about things and just enjoy it. There's so much negativity. Just enjoy music. Enjoy shows. Just have a good time. You don't have to sit there and complain about it and hate this and hate that. And I don't like this and I don't like that. No, get away from all of that negativity. Get out there, enjoy life. It is short. It'll be over before you know it. There you have it. There you have it. 8 minutes of me just saying, hey, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's coming out with a new song. Hey, maybe it's going to be on the chart. Maybe it's not going to be on the chart. Now, of course, I had no idea what the song was going to be about at that time. That was August the 3rd. The song came out August the 7th. So obviously the song was not even out. As you clearly hear, I did not play any of the song, did not play a snippet of the song, did not play a clip of the song, did not play a leak of the song, didn't do anything like that in any way, shape, or form. I simply told everyone about the song and hey, it would be available on our playlist on Spotify when it was available on Spotify, which is perfectly legal to create a playlist and put a song on it. Okay, people do that all the time, all right? Yes, because the song's already on Spotify. Yeah, we weren't going to add it to Spotify illegally. We don't have that kind of power. So it's a pretty straightforward thing. 8 minutes. Hey, the song coming out. Thanks. Everyone have a good night. The end of the episode. I upload it. That episode ends up on YouTube. No problem. Ends up on Spotify itself. No problem. Ends up on Anchor. No problem. Ends up on Google Podcast. No problem. Apple Podcast. No problem. Breaker. No problem. Overcast. No problem. Pretty much every podcasting app on the earth. No problem. No issue. No copyright violation. Nothing. And then, however, SoundCloud gets involved. And I receive the following message from SoundCloud. We received a report that your track, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion WAP, contains WAP, or W-A-P. All right, so let me read that again, just calling it W-A-P. We've received a report that your track, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, W-A-P, contains W-A-P by Cardi B. Now, first of all, that's a lie. Anyone who just hits play, it does not contain the song. The song is not in it. So they go on to say, all right, let me go back to the top here. All right, so we've received a report that your track, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, WAP, contains WAP by Cardi B. As a result, your track has been removed from your profile for the time being. Wait, SoundCloud, I think I have the rights to this. If you think we've made a mistake, you can tell us about it by following the link below and filing a dispute. You can file a dispute if you think the person who reported your track got it wrong. For example, because you are the copyright owner or have permission from the copyright owners to post this track on SoundCloud. What do you mean? I'm the one who created it. There's no copyright anything there. It's just me talking. All right. So then they say, if this applies, tell us about it here. So I clicked on the link and I said, hey, guys, this track has no music. It's just me talking, giving a report about the fact that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion is going to release the song on August the 7th. All right. So I did that. Now, the message went on to say, if you file a dispute and show us that you have all rights necessary to post the track, we will reinstate your track, no problem. In all other cases, we will need to treat this as a copyright infringement, and you will receive a strike against your account. If you receive 3 of these strikes, your SoundCloud account will be terminated in accordance with our term of use. Copyright infringement is a serious matter, and we expect SoundCloud users to respect other people's copyright. Well, I didn't violate anyone's copyright. And I will say that when a small podcast is trying to get their podcast episodes out there and you just arbitrarily remove them with anyone who has an ear hits play and go, oh, there's not a violation here. It doesn't even contain the song. Okay, never mind. Press on. If you're not even going to bother to listen to it, and then you just remove my track arbitrarily, you're hurting me, and I'm a nobody. All right, so that's what they did. So I responded to SoundCloud. I filled out their little application. All right, I received an email back from them saying that your argument, your dispute against our copyright infringement has been rejected. We've rejected your claim. And I'm like, rejected my claim on what? So I emailed them. I said, I posted a report I did about the new upcoming track by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. I did not play the track. It was simply me reporting the news about its upcoming release. So there was no copyright violation in any way, shape, or form. It was a news report. That track was removed and my dispute was rejected. There is no copyright violation because it was just me talking about the song, not me playing the song. Reporting on an upcoming track isn't a copyright violation. This doesn't make any sense, and it definitely isn't right. Can someone help me? All right. They respond this way. Thanks for getting in touch. I'd be happy to get you some further information here. We received the copyright infringement report from SHWETA, and the last name AGARWAL, on behalf of Gray Zone Inc. Thanks for understanding that we have to act and take down tracks that are reported to us for copyright infringement in order to remain in compliance with copyright law. If you're able to settle this situation amongst yourselves or in a court of law, we would be happy to review this situation again and reinstate the track if everything checks out. Well, I emailed grayzone at grayzone.com. They didn't even bother to respond to me. So what am I supposed to do? I'm like, SoundCloud, just listen to the track. There's nothing there. So then guess what I get today? Hi, we contacted you recently to let you know that we've received a report of a copyright infringement. Unfortunately, because you have been unable to show that you have the rights to post this track, we have issued a strike against your account. I'm unable to prove I have the rights to it. Just listen to it. It's me talking. I have the right to my voice. Okay, I have the right to speak. So what do you mean I'm unable to prove it? You won't even bother to listen to it. Just hit play. All right, so this is what they tell you. You have a strike, which does not affect your use of SoundCloud. If you receive a second strike, you will no longer be able to make tracks available for download. If you receive a third strike, your SoundCloud account will be terminated in accordance with our terms of use. And it says to avoid any further strikes against your account, please be careful not to upload any tracks for which you don't have the necessary rights and remove any other tracks that you do not own the rights to from your profile. All of my tracks are me speaking. How can they be a copyright violation? Like, they won't even speak to me. They won't even talk to me. They won't even, they won't respond to me. Their response is, I got to talk to these other people. Those people won't respond to me. And all it would require is someone to go, hit play. That's just him talking. Can't be a copyright violation because I'm assuming he has the copyright to his voice. End of dispute. Press on. And then they could contact the people going, hey, the track has no music in it. The song wasn't in it. It was just telling everyone the song was coming out. I guess the music industry doesn't want people to tell people that their music is coming out. No. You don't want anyone to do that. I guess, no. You don't want, you would think the music industry, like, yes, promote the track. Tell everyone it's coming out. Tell everyone the second it's going to drop. Tell everyone where they can hear it. I mean, don't you want people to listen to it on Spotify? Don't you want people to listen to it on Apple Music? I told everyone where it would be available on all streaming services. So what did I do wrong? No one will answer me. No one will respond to me. Everyone is ignoring me. And you know why? Because I'm a nobody. And because I'm a nobody, then these corporations and these companies, they just treat us like we're irrelevant. We don't matter. We don't matter. And that's garbage. That's wrong. And people need to say enough's enough. Look, man, I am one of the big supporters of copyright law. I don't want to violate anyone's copyright. I don't want to leak music. I don't steal music. I don't steal movies. I pay for everything. I pay for streaming services because I want to support the artist to the best of my ability. I will buy their CDs. I buy the vinyl. I do what I can to support. I'm the one always arguing against anyone stealing anything. And then I'm the one who gets punished for simply turning on the mic late at night going, hey, everyone, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, it was just announced they're going to release a new track. It's called WAP. It'll be released on Friday, August the 7th, 2020. I'm going to make it available on our playlist as soon as it's available on Spotify. You may want to listen there. I don't think I even said I would come back and give a review. I came back and gave a review. But what was the copyright violation? Can anyone tell me? What was the copyright violation? Because remember, the claim is that my episode contained the track WAP by Cardi B. WAP by Cardi B, which is absolutely bogus. It's a lie. It's a misrepresentation. It's a fraudulent claim. And I can't do anything about it. So all the downloads we had, we lost. All the streams we had, we lost. You know why? Because someone can just go after. Now, if I was a big podcaster with, money behind me, then, I could take a stand against this. Because I'm nobody, I can't even get a reply. You're telling me, and they claim that I could not prove that I had the right to the track. I couldn't prove it. I don't know. It's me on the track. I think I can prove it. Just listen to it. But yeah, that's what's happened. At this point, nobody will respond to me. I can't get anyone to respond to me. No one. So please, if you can help me out, let's raise some awareness. Okay. We won't raise, we don't want to cause trouble, but we want to raise awareness. SoundCloud, listen, you're in the wrong here. Okay. The track was me reporting on an upcoming track by Cardi B. I did not play the song. Everyone has heard it. You didn't do anything to help me out. You claim that I couldn't prove it. I don't know what else I can do to prove it other than you actually, listen to it. You gave me no opportunity. You gave me no phone number to call. Nobody will get back to me. The company you told me to call, they won't respond to me. Nobody will respond. My hands are tied. So now I'm going to bring it to the world. And I will say this. Hey, if you're a podcaster, stay away from SoundCloud. Look, if my track had a copyright violation, don't you think Spotify would have been all over it? Don't you think YouTube would have been all over it? Don't you think Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, every other podcasting platform? But no, just SoundCloud, because I guess SoundCloud can't figure out how to hit play on a track. It would have taken 3 seconds play. Oh, it's just him talking about it. Let's listen to all the way through it. Okay, 8 minutes. He didn't play it. Obviously, it's not a copyright violation. Just respond to the people who told us, sorry, sir, you're wrong. Just listen to it. It's bogus. It's garbage. It's not right. And something needs to be done about it. There you have it. That's my story as of today. The story could change at any minute. I may come back and give you an update. I may not. But I just think it's wrong. I think it's garbage, and I think it's unfair. And I know I talked to another individual who said this kind of thing has happened a lot on YouTube and on other platforms, and that if you're small, that there's very little you can do about it. You can't fight against it, and that's just not right. Look, man, if people's violating a copyright, then yeah, something needs to be done. But at least be reasonable. Hey, someone said you violated a copyright. We listened to it. We can't see what the problem is. So we're going to contact them and tell them that the song is not in the track, and we'll let you know what's going on. Okay. Or could you please call us at this number and let's talk about it? Hey, let's do a conference call with the people making the claim against you. I mean, it is 2020. Conference calls are easy to set up. It takes about 3 minutes. Hey, we don't want you playing WAP by Cardi B on your show. I didn't play it. Oh, okay. We just saw the title and just assumed. Okay, well, when you assume, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it could be resolved in 3 minutes, but I'm nobody, so I don't get 3 minutes. I got to be a somebody to get 3 minutes because the people with the power, they don't care about the little guy. Yeah. All right. You can email me your thoughts, newsif@yahoo.com, newsif@yahoo.com. That's newsif@yahoo.com. newsif@yahoo.com. Now, I'm frustrated. I'm angry. But I'm going to put it past me, and I'm going to go on with the rest of my day. And as I always tell you, life is short. Let's make the most of it. So I'm going to try to make the most of the rest of my day. I'm going to try to record some other podcast episodes, and hopefully they don't get flagged as a copyright violation just because I guess you could just claim something's a copyright violation when it has no connection with reality. But I'll see what I can do. All right, everyone have a great day. Thanks for listening.